So,
Hello?
hey guys,
Hello?
it's so unprofessional. Hey guys, you do realize we are on right now, right? We're over here fixing your hair. It's so unprofessional. You didn't realize that?
I didn't know it was working. We don't listen.
What's up, guys? Good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're watching from. Uh, Welcome to another edition of Love Talks with the Garcons. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! We are here. We've been going for a while. And if you don't know who we are, I am Irvin's Garcon.
I'm Ann Garcon.
And together we are Love Talks with the Garcons, where love speaks.
And we listen.
All right. So we are so happy to be on with you guys tonight. I hope you guys are doing well and that you are you are keeping to your New Year's resolution on this already 6th day of January 2026. It's already the 6th day. I mean, people act
like
surprised.
Time waits for nobody. Time waits for no one. And so if you haven't, okay, it's not bad.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
All right.
If you haven't, started on those goals, I mean, you still got time. I saw somebody's reel today. He was like, "What have you done?" You said you were gonna do. You said you were gonna do those things. Like,
bro, it's
like, bro, give me some time.
It is the 6th of January. I don't know what we're talking about here. All right. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. It's been a minute. We were on a little sabbatical. We were actually involved in a church production, guys. It was so fun. It was a short cameo, part. It was a cantata.
I was Mary,
and I was Joseph, and the cool thing about it, we played Mary and Joseph. It was just one scene, but we got to sing together.
I think that was the first time.
That was our first time singing together. So that was pretty dope. Pretty good experience.
Kind of special.
So all that to say, during the break, we were rehearsing for that. So that's why we're not able to come on, because our Tuesdays kind of like we had to kind of like almost, what's the word I'm looking for?
It took up a lot of our time.
We had to repurpose,
and things like that. And we kind of wanted to, kind of wrap up the year on a good note. For ourselves, for our family, and come back, strong, stronger. So we're so happy to be back. We're so happy to be here. And we hope that you guys are happy to see us. We're going to pause for a second, because normally we would do the countdown and we would be able to share and ask you guys to share. But because we had a couple of technical difficulties at the beginning, we didn't get a chance to share. So we're going to ask you, those who are watching, just to quickly share with at least five people, so that we can get this conversation going and that people can be blessed by it as well.
Yeah, it costs nothing to share.
Nothing to share.
And also, even if you're coming in and watching this after the broadcast, you can also share that too with somebody. Okay, so give us about 20 about a minute as we are sharing this out to people. And we ask that you guys do the same for us.
Yes.
And then we'll go ahead and get started. Hi. If you're here, say hello back so we know who you are, so we can talk back to you guys.
Identify yourself.
Yeah, and then we can have a good time tonight with this conversation. Hi, Gina. Thank you. Happy New Year to you. Blessed New Year to you as well. Thank you for being here tonight. Okay.
Sending.
Yes.
Sending.
Yes. Gina, all the way from Florida, I believe, right? Thank you for being here tonight.
She lives in Florida?
Yeah.
She moved?
Yeah. I think she's always been in Florida.
Really?
Not always. She moved more. Yeah. Who else is here tonight? Say hello to us. Talk to us, guys, so we know that you are here. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. And again, share this with as many people as you possibly can so they could join us on this conversation.
Yeah, it takes literally 2 seconds to share.
Beach.
Oh, nice. It takes 3 years. Nice. It takes 2 seconds to share. So if you guys wouldn't mind just clicking share so that we can get more people in on this conversation. All right, babe. Time.
Hey, Maggie. How are you?
Hey, Maggie.
All right. So, tonight we wanted to revisit. It's a new year. People are making goals for themselves. They're making plans for themselves. Hopefully, like Ann was saying earlier, and you don't feel no pressure. Today, I was talking to some of my students, and I was reading a story to them about New Year's resolution, and it was a story about a young girl named I can't remember the name of Emma. Emma's New Year's resolution. And Emma made a list of all these different things that she wanted to do. One of them was going to bed at 8 o'clock every night. One of them by not eating junk food. One was to make sure she practiced music every single day for an hour. One of them was to be kind to her brother. So she had like at least 8 things that she wanted to get good at. And by day 2, well, the day 1, when she woke up, one of her things was that she doesn't want to eat junk food, but her father made the family, what you call that stuff? Is it not a cupcake? What's a muffin? Mm. He made the family chocolate chip muffin, and then he really wanted her to eat it because that's what they do as a tradition. So because she didn't want to hurt her dad's feeling, Dad was hurt because we do this every single year. And it's homemade. Guess what? She ate the muffin. She felt bad because I didn't want to eat junk food. But here I am on day 1, January 1st. I'm already eating junk food. She ended up screaming at her brother day 3. Her little brother day 3. She was doing something and she told her mom was saying, hey, bedtime is 8 o'clock. She said, Mom, give me 5 more minutes. Next thing you know, it was 9 o'clock. So within the first 2 or 3 days, she already broke at least 3 New Year's resolutions, right? And the process of it, she started to feel bad about herself. Like, I'm failing, I'm this and that. But he had to almost have to shift the perspective. It's not a matter of about being perfect with your New Year's resolution. It's all about progressing. Right?
That is such a great story.
So
it's so relatable. Mm-hmm. I think that's something we all experience. What's the name of the story?
Emma's New Year's resolution.
I love that. And I think it's so relatable.
Yeah.
Because we can make all these resolutions. Think back to 2025.
Man.
Whatever your New Year's resolutions were. How closely did you stick to everything
Facts.
that you had on your list?
Yeah.
Probably 25% of it.
We're supposed to be recording every single day.
Not every day, honey.
Not every day, but we have like a recording schedule. And sometimes too, what happens is when you are so rigid with these New Year's resolution, you can really start doubting yourself. Mm-hmm. When you are not able to be consistent and meet it, right? And then, but part of the story, as she was beating herself, she was crying. Emma was crying. And her mom said to her, well, Emma, how often were you... Oh, one of the girls was cleaning your room every day. How often were you cleaning your room last year? So 2 times. How many days did you clean it this week? 4 times. So you made progress. You made progress. And at the end of the story, she ended up redoing her list with her mom, but instead of calling it Emma's New Year's resolution, she just wrote it Emma's goals, New Year goals. Because when it's a goal, you do have that flexibility to pivot. That's why we talk about setting smart goals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what that does also is that you extend yourself grace because we're not perfect. I mean, the goal is to try to be as consistent as possible with what you write down.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you shouldn't be married to it to the point where if you do make a mistake, you don't feel like it's infidelity. Right? You know, act like you're cheating on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so I really love that that lesson. We really have to extend grace to ourselves, to pace yourself, and make sure that your goals are realistic. Yeah. That's it. Like, if it's not realistic, like, don't be out here talking about you're going to go to the gym 7 times a day or 8 times a week when there's only 7 days in a week. Some of it will be overreaching. And so, like, we just want to be honest with ourselves and handle what we can, or write down what we can handle.
Yeah. And so we say all that to say, because even us and what it is that we do for Love Talks with the Garcons, this is a labor of love, as we've said multiple times. And then tonight we're going to talk a little bit about why it is that we do what we do, right? What is the purpose of it? And we even have to give ourselves grace. Don't get complacent, but give yourself grace in what it is that you're being called to do, because it's not easy, y'all. It's not easy, right? And that is why we want to make sure that the goals that we set are SMART goals, right? They are specific, they are measurable, they are adaptable, they are relevant
and realistic.
Realistic. I'm sorry, and the T is time sensitive, right? That you the expectation is you're gonna get this done in a time that is really that's realistic. So I can't say I'm gonna get a 6-pack in a month. I can through Ozempic and surgery, but even then, that takes healing. But you have to be willing to give yourself some grace, and that is why we want to talk a little bit tonight about why is it that we do Love Talks, right?
But it's not only about adding new things, right? Because sometimes you just got to revisit the stuff that you already do and see if there's still purpose in it. If you're still being
that's a great point.
Effective. You know what I'm saying? Point. So, like, it's not always about creating a new list. Just revisit the list that you've already created and see how you can augment it or perfect it, you know? Because sometimes we bombard ourselves with so many things that we want to do that we end up not doing anything because it's just too much, right?
Like somebody I know. Anne is an overachiever.
I was talking, sir. It was my turn.
Okay,
so what are you already doing, right? What are you already doing that you've done in 2025 that you can actually revisit and try to perfect? Revisit and try to be better at, instead of adding so much more to your plate that there's really no room for you to reach anything because you're just overwhelmed. Yeah. And so I think tonight, as far as what we're going to be talking about, it's really just revisiting what we've already had in plan or what we already had in store to do, and kind of just talking about, like, why do we even do what we do? Like, why do we come on every week? Sometimes there's one viewer, sometimes there's none, right? But we still continue. Why do we do this, right? Thank you to the 11 of you that are here tonight. So far.
Let's make that 20 by you sharing it if you haven't done so yet. Time to pull up on the live.
Right. So today we're just going to really talk about, what's our purpose? Like, why are we here? Why do we do what we do? Why is she still up? Why do we do what we do? And just really kind of hone in on what could we do better, right? What do we plan to, how do we plan to make it different or more effective?
Facts. Sorry, guys. We are trying to take care of this baby who's calling out to end right now.
Yes.
All right, let's see what's going on.
So, good evening, everyone.
What's up, Veronique?
She made it tonight. Hey, Gersh. Hey, Miranda. Thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah. It's so good to see you guys. And so tonight's topic is just why Love Talks, right? Why do we do what we do? And if you guys can really come share your experience with being on, to kind of give us some type of feedback as to what you experience when you're on, it would be amazing as well.
Yeah. So this all started, if you did not know, this all started on a day when we were coming from the gym. It probably was in January too. You know how it is in
Right,
January.
because January is when you make all those goals go. We went in.
We was in the gym. We was sweating. It's like boom, 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 boom. And
I
then,
don't remember the last time we've been to the gym together. It's such a shame.
wow, we've been to gym substitutes.
What's that? Forget it. I don't even want to know. Don't even want to know. Continue.
Where you get some exercise.
Continue, sir. Continue.
And then, so we were just driving. We got in the car after the gym, and we were driving home. And then this is when Facebook Live first started, like literally first started the Facebook Live. And then we decided, let's try this thing out. And then we got in the car, didn't have any motive, didn't have anything about what we wanted to talk about. We started to talk. And then at first it became like marriage talks or something like that. Mm-hmm. And we used to do it in the car. We would go for a drive, and that would be our conversation, and people would be coming on. And then, that's how it all started. People were asking us questions, not just about marriage, though, but people were also asking us questions about relationships, period. And so we started to, not Wi-Fi, you call that thing? Data wasn't working well in the car. So we decided, let's just do it from the house. And then from there, it became this big thing, Love Talks with the Garcons. And
we changed it because we changed the name because it wasn't just married people. It was just a bunch of people. So we're like, you know what? We can't just say marriage talks since we're speaking to all kinds of people, complicated, single, right? Situationships. So then we said, you know what? Since we're talking about love, let's just call it Love Talks.
Yeah. And then from there, it just took a life of its own. We started to do more live. We do content. And then that turned into us actually doing being invited to speak and host retreats and conferences with people in relationship, presenting to couples and also with singles. So that's how it was birthed, man. And then people were being blessed by it. And to Ann's point and what she was talking about earlier today, as it relates to, sometimes it might be one person. Oftentimes when we're gonna go live, we like, do we want to do it today? Do we want to do it today? And then we find ourselves in a space where someone affirm what it is that we do. It could be like the most random person. It'd be like or like a little Tigre moon or a Jeune moon, and we're like, oh, okay. So that is the purpose of why it is that we do what we do, right? And the idea of Love Talks, it has different meaning to it, right? Because when you love, you talk. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? When you love, you talk. What does that mean, Ann?
That means you care about what's happening in your relationship. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic relationships, right? A lot of the things that we talk about can transcend any type of relationship. And so when you love a person, you talk, like you communicate. Mm-hmm. If something is not going the way you want it to go, you love them that much to really rectify it so it can be, something that's, conducive for a healthy relationship. So when you love, you talk, and
it's an action that you take, mm-hmm. right? It's because talking is an action that is connected to love, and love in itself is not just a noun, it's also a verb. Mm-hmm. So love talks. So love is something that pushes you to do certain things, especially some people don't like to talk. You have some people who are the gentle, silent giant who are dying inside. So they don't like to communicate or express what it is that they need to express. Mm-hmm. And, when it comes to relationships, period, if you don't know how to communicate, that's one of the number one killers in relationship, right? If you do not know how to communicate, or if you don't communicate at all.
Because imagine being in a relationship and you literally don't talk.
Right.
Are you even in a relationship?
Yeah.
Like even deaf people talk. Like they don't, right? They don't have the language that they sign. Yeah. There is conversation that's happening. There is communication happening, and communication must continue to happen, even the hard ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And we got some hard things to talk about as well when we say goodnight to y'all.
Always looking for something.
No, because it's important. It's important to have the hard conversations because that's what really strengthens your bond. And you also want to create this space of of safety. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like if it's not going the way you, if the relationship is not going the way that you would like for it to go, you don't talk about it. You can't expect anything to change, right? You can't expect anything to change if you don't, you know how they say, closed mouths don't get fed. You don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Accept it.
That's
right?
That's
Because you can't change it.
That's
And so we truly started this because the conversations that we talk about weren't constantly being had. And it wasn't really being talked about in churches, you know, unless you have like a marriage ministry or a couples ministry. And a lot of churches are suffering because they don't have that, right? And so the time that we started this, there was no couples ministry in our church at that time.
There wasn't.
And so we were like, you know, when do we get to have these conversations, right? And doing it on live invited other people in to share their experiences, to share their opinions. And we were like growing together. And we saw that it was pretty effective because these are the topics that people were not having normally. They were finding a platform to have those conversations. Yeah. And we thought that it was a really good thing to do, so we continued. People started asking for more, so we wanted to cater to those who were thirsty for conversation, for awareness about certain topics that were probably considered taboo, that you really couldn't bring up at all times or in the church, right? And then, like Irvin said before, not only were they asking for it, but they were sharing testimonies about how what we were sharing was helpful to them, and how they were growing in their relationships. And we're like, whoa, this is a ministry. Like, you know, so we just started to obey God and say, you know what, we're going to walk this out in obedience and continue to do what God is telling us to do until he says stop.
Yeah.
And he hasn't said stop yet.
And we keep going.
We keep going. And so we thank God for this platform. We don't claim to know it all, because we don't. We don't claim to be perfect either, because we're not. But all that we've experienced and learned, because not everything that we have learned has been through experience, because we don't take that chance. Like, we learn from other people. If someone has been through something and they're sharing a testimony about it, we are careful to really pay attention to that, so that we don't have to go through the same things. Sometimes people say, I'm talking a lot right now, right?
Go do your thing.
Sometimes people will say experience is the best teacher. That's a lie. Experience is a teacher, but it's not the best teacher.
Yeah.
There are certain things, I'm sorry, people are commenting. We're going to be right at your comments, guys. There are certain things that you do not have to experience to learn. If someone is sharing it, if someone went through it to share it with you, be grateful that you don't have to make that same mistake. And so that's something that we implement as well.
Yeah. And I'm not going to hold you, because even when Ann says, oh, we have some conversation, it's not easy. When people say communication is something that is very needed in a relationship, it is. Is it always easy? No, it's not. Right? There has to be intentionality on so many different aspects of it, right? So you have to be willing to hear. You have to be intentional of hearing what's happening. I'm not gonna hold you. Sometimes when we're gonna have conversations like right now, I gotta program myself. Okay, don't roll your eyes.
Because he knows that we got to talk.
The nonverbals. No, I do it generally. Don't roll your eyes, to make sure the person feel like they're not feeling stupid about what they're trying to say. Make sure you are not thinking of a response as the person is talking. So a lot of the prep stuff that you do to ensure that when you're communicating, you're actually doing so effectively. I think that's the thing. Sometimes people communicate, but it's not effective communication, right? And so that part is also super important, to make sure that your conversation is also effective.
Effective communication requires active listening.
Yeah.
That means as someone is speaking, you're actually listening to what they say so that you can respond to what they said, not give a response based on what you wanted to say before they even started speaking.
That's good.
So active listening, let's go. It's super important. And it's hard. Like he said, it's hard. Sometimes there are conversations that you know that you need to have that you may avoid. That you may avoid having because you're like, okay, I really don't want to have this conversation, but it's necessary. All right, let's go to the first comment.
So I want to go to this one, and it's on communication from Pastor Gersh. Congratulations, Mr. Newlywed. Sometimes the conversation.
Who's newlywed?
Gersh, Pastor Gersh.
You got married?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure it's him?
I think that's Pastor Gersh.
Oh, congrats, sir.
Oh
I didn't know that. I didn't see that.
Sometimes the conversation has to be revisited more than once, so we must exercise grace to allow our communication to develop so our understanding can be the final product.
Understanding.
Yeah.
Because you could be saying a whole bunch of stuff, but if your partner is not understanding, all you're saying is a whole bunch of stuff. You got to make sure that understanding is taking place, that comprehension is taking place. And so we teach this a lot. If you need clarity, just say, can you repeat that? Or you can repeat what you heard, right? Did you hear what I just said? I did not know, Pastor Gersh. Congrats. I'm about to go through your profile to look at pictures because I did not even know. When were you going to share that with me?
I mean,
how long has it been?
A couple of months.
That is so good. But yes. Sorry. Right? Can you repeat that? I think I heard you say those are different prompts that you can use when you are having a conversation, and you want to be very careful about how you say that. Like, tell me, like, what? That made no sense. You talking nonsense. I think you said that to me one time.
No,
you did. He did, and I was like, wait, hold up, Mr. Teacher. You teach people how to effectively and this is what I'm saying. Like, this is real stuff. Sometimes in the moment, you forget. I'm not even a big, I wouldn't say fan of it. Communicate. I don't like to talk. I know.
I don't like to talk.
And I think I like to talk, but I think I like to talk so much that you, no. But I think I like to talk so much that you think that I talk too much.
No, you just talk too much.
I don't. I just have a lot to say.
There you go.
Especially when it comes to our relationship and like where we are. I like to talk about progress. I like to talk about where we are and where we're going. And so,
I'm the opposite. But again, something important. This is the reason why it's not enough to be like, that's how I am. That's how I am thing is a killer too.
I literally just made I saw that post.
Yeah, I saw that post.
Because a lot of people are like, that's just me. You're gonna have to accept me for me. No, I don't. Because it's not like, no, I don't. This is what I'm saying.
No, I know what you mean. But the way you have to say it, you could say it a little softer because
no, I don't.
No. At the end of the day, there's still a level of acceptance that needs to take place in the relationship.
Yeah, but you have to be open to change, open to criticism, right? Constructive criticism. If someone loves you and they're sharing with you certain things that they feel would make you a better version of yourself, and all you say is that I'm doing me, that consider what they're saying. Even if you're not going to listen right away, consider what they're saying and see if it makes any kind of sense. Any kind of sense. Go down. No, Maggie said something before that.
But this is good too.
No, honey, wait. Okay.
I know what she said. I want to say that.
You want to go on? Okay.
Yeah. Effective communication is also body language and eye contact. Yeah. Because sometimes, I think was a percentage.
November? I'm sorry, Pastor Gersh. I did not know.
I think there's a saying that X percentage of communication is nonverbal. I don't know the exact amount, the exact number, but that's very, very, very important because your body could be saying something completely different than what you actually are saying with your mouth. Right. And so that's very important. And Maggie also said this. I wanted to save this one.
You guys are who I watched before meeting Peter, and y'all gave me so much hope that a successful, fun, and happy Christian relationship is possible. Topics were and are so helpful. Oh, Maggie. Thank you so much for sharing that. That really is very encouraging.
Right, truly.
Because, guys, you really don't know the impact that you're making unless it's shared with you, right? Like, even with Ernst and I don't know the impact that I have on you unless you share that with me. I don't know if my food was good that day.
You love going there.
I'm a words of affirmation girly. You know that. Like, I need to know what you think, right? And so if my food is good, but you don't tell me, I won't know that it is. If I look beautiful in a dress and you don't tell me, I won't know that it's appealing to you.
By the way, you said that whole girly crap.
Okay, I'll just say girl. Okay,
I'm
I don't
a gym
know.
girly. I'm a Jesus girly.
Social media.
I'm a this girly. Y'all.
Right? And so, like, I think being intentional, even communicating the good things that you see in your person, the things that you appreciate, the good qualities that you feel like you're benefiting from. It's so nice. Like, they want to hear it. Nobody likes to hear only the negative things, right? People like to hear what they're doing that's good, what they're doing that's effective, what they're doing that's positive, what they're doing that's benefiting you or that's making you better.
Yeah.
Right. And so I like to hear it constantly.
And from an individual who don't talk a lot, you gotta be intentional in delivering that. And that's
even if it means to program it in your phone, say something to her today. Bro, I don't care how you get it done. Just get it done. That's what intentionality looks like. Ernst told me a couple of days ago that he's perfect and trying to get you to that level. Oh, the devil's a liar. That's facts. He can say that.
I didn't say that, but I think of it.
You think of it. So that means you think you're beautiful. Oh, she's so beautiful. Sorry, Chris, I just looked at your wife and she's so beautiful. Congrats. I'm really happy for you, sir. I really am. Yeah. But like effectively sharing how you feel and how you make me better or how you make me happy. It's so important. So yeah, that's why we started.
So that's the purpose. And that from there is built to from that just initial launch of the podcast of us just be going live in the car is built to some great things like where we are conferencing at different retreats, marriage couple stuff, marriage ministry, singles conferences. We're actually going to be with Pastor Gersh and his church in April.
You're going to be there with your wife, sir.
So we're going to be with Pastor Gersh and his wife and his church in April. We are going to be with the great people of Temple of Refuge in March. We are going to be with the Salvation Church of God folks, Pastor Malloy, in August, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, man.
If y'all have a marriage ministry at your church, or if you want to start one up, you guys can reach out to us. We're accessible to come out and help establish a marriage ministry, or even just speak at an engagement, an event that you may have. Yes.
And we also be finding ourselves doing. We also do premarital counseling. Also,
reach back out to that
and also a client.
Yeah.
Not look at when you remember potential client. We're also doing post-marital counseling. My wife's about to launch something pretty dope called the Wife Well, as an extension of what it is that we do. What's the Wife Well about, so they could follow you?
Wife Well, it's already up and running. It's on Instagram. Some of my team members are here. Is Miranda here? We have Wife Well, which is a platform for wives that just teaches women how to, well, we gather, we grow, and we teach each other. Because like I said, I don't have all the answers, but we teach each other how to wife well. It's a well that we come to and we just kind of gather resources from experiences and things of that nature so that we can grow together and be the best wives that we have been called to be to our husbands. And so if you if you are interested, you can join us on our page on IG, wife_well, and you'll receive all information. We are going to be having a meetup very soon online, Zoom, where you can learn more about us and how you can stay engaged.
As if she's not busy. She's not busy enough.
Listen, let me say something. I have to say something.
Miranda is here.
Miranda's here. Yes, excited for Wife Well. So all the men who are on tonight, if you have a wife, or if you're a woman here tonight and you're not even a wife, but you know you're going to be a wife, that God has called you to be a wife, the well is for you too. There's room at the well for you. So yes, you may come and join us.
We got another affirming statement over here from Miranda.
Yes, Maggie, I agree. The Garcons and MB2Well were an inspiration for me long before I knew I would meet my heartbeat. She called him her heartbeat.
I will call him your heartache.
Why he's always hating on your hobby, Miranda?
That man is annoying.
But you be quick with the words, though. But that was good. This ministry is so important and impacting. Yes, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Miranda. Yeah, it's so nice.
What Jimmy got to say? I'm nervous.
Good evening, guys. Welcome back, Beans.
What's up, Beans?
Jimmy Beans in the house. Gerst did say that they will still have spots if any couples are willing to want to join their retreat. Once we get the flyer, we will share with our community so that those who may be available that would like to join can come as well.
Yeah. Right.
Yes. So what was I saying?
We were talking about how it built all the way to us doing conferences, counseling.
And you know what? When you are walking in purpose, things just start to pan out for you, right? You don't have to go seeking. You don't have to. It doesn't come hard, right?
Hey,
it's
on two fronts, two terms.
Okay, Evans. It naturally happens. It happens naturally because you are where you need to be. You are in the lane that you're supposed to be. And just because other people are doing what you feel that you've been called to do doesn't mean that you don't do it. It doesn't mean that you stop. It doesn't mean that you belittle yourself and your ability to continue to do what God has called you to do. You are called to a certain group of people, right? And you being tangible for those people is what makes the difference.
Yeah.
And so I don't want anyone to feel discouraged if they want to do something. If you and your husband or you and your wife feel like you've been called to do heart talks, you go and you do it. You do what God has called you to do. It's not because this couple is doing it already. This person is doing it already. That's called comparison. And comparison is the thief of joy.
Look what Jimmy
all right.
said. I just sent a star. I don't know where it came from. Thank me now. Thank you for the star.
So thank you for the star.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think on
Is
Facebook.
He on Facebook?
Yeah,
if you're on Facebook, you're able to send stars. I don't know what that does.
I think probably give us money. So if you're on Facebook, send us stars.
Everybody send a star right now. We're trying to see something. We're trying to see something. Send another one, Jimmy.
So send a star.
We're trying to see something. But yeah, we really are. We are really trying to walk this out because it's our purpose. It's what God has called us to do. And we thank God for the mantle. It's not easy because a lot of people will say, they look up to us, or they'll even say things like, I remember one time I shared that I had an issue with Irvin's, and then somebody DM'd me and was like, you and Irvin's have issues sometimes? What? How about all the time?
I can't stand this chick. Bro.
Yeah, we go through things. Like even right now, we're going through something.
You see what I'm saying?
No, but you know what I think?
These one-sided beefs is crazy to me.
You know what I think?
What?
Talking it out right now is going to make it easier for us when we have to talk later.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And that's the thing. If you don't know that something is wrong and you've been with somebody for such a long time, what does that say about you?
That you don't know what's wrong because the person didn't say what's wrong.
Read the room, sir.
You read the room, ma'am. Anyway. We'll tell you next. We'll tell you how
it went next week, y'all. Because I got a lot to say.
No, but it's It's scary out there now, guys. There's so much happening in marriage. We just heard of this. I need to know more details about this. We just heard of this first lady who killed her husband, shot him. Uh, uh, Domestic situation.
He shouldn't have. He should have stopped playing with her.
And also, we know about that pastor who made this woman. There's so much viral stuff going in relationship and marriages right now, even on, and that's just being exposed to the world. It's crazy. It's scary. It's scary. So we try to do our best with this platform to give the tools for everybody to continue to grow, make progress, and we also preach to the choir and preach to ourselves as much as possible as well. Right. So that's why it is that we do.
Jimmy just said something. Can you highlight it?
Thank you, Jimmy. We are not psychic.
I agree with that, but I really want to take a quick poll. Now, I want to take a poll. Do you feel like everything should be communicated, or should some intentionality happen on the part of each individual to notice when something is wrong?
The former.
I wasn't talking to you.
The former.
I wasn't talking to you.
I'm getting.
I was talking to our friends.
What do you guys think? Do we? Is there any instance where you expect the person to know something is wrong versus just you communicating it? So y'all can comment. So N knows what's up.
Like, do we have to say everything, or should you know your person enough or study them enough to know when something is a little off?
Thank you. GM Prime on Instagram says no. Constantly communicate is the key.
Of course, a man would say that. Let's go, ladies. I need more. I need some.
Why are you trying to?
No. I'm not. Thank you.
Of course, it'll be a woman.
Thank you, Millianne. If you've been together long enough, you should know, right?
Jimmy said, I go off of energy.
I go off of exactly. So if the energy is off, you should know, okay, something is a little, maybe I need to say something. Maybe I need to inquire.
You know what's interesting though? We do all this. One of our best workshop is realistic and unrealistic expectation, where we agree that we do not should anybody.
I agree.
Don't should me.
I think I've changed my mind. If he notices I'm quite upset, I think he'd at least ask what's wrong. Thank you. Sometimes.
Word. Exactly.
Sometimes it's just gas. Come on, bro.
Yeah. My bone TT I saw see. Give you some I saw CT.
Like there has to be. They may not know exactly what's wrong, but asking helps, right? Asking, showing that, oh, I noticed. Some things need to be said, but at this point, you should know when your spouse's energy is off.
I think it might be.
And I think
it might be gas.
And I don't think it's just noticing it. I think it's addressing it, right? Saying something about it, because you may notice, but you just still want to be a jerk and not say nothing. My husband knows. He asked why. What movies are comme ça? Because you can tell. You can tell. And it's not even a should. You do know. If you're not talking, your face is screwed up. Well, I don't think faces would be screwed up, but if it's silent, if it's not the normal energy that you guys both have, right? You got to show that you are concerned, that it matters. Okay, you know what? She's been a little quiet lately. She hasn't been jumping on me the way she normally does. She hasn't been as flirty with me as she always is. Something is wrong. Let me go and see what's wrong. Instead of, let me wait until she says something. Yeah.
How long do you wait to say something? If it's
there's
not,
a difference.
If he or she's not asking, how long before you say something?
Me?
The person.
Oh, because we can talk about me, but it's about Let's talk about the first. Why are you rolling your eyes? You just said you weren't gonna roll eyes.
We're on a live. We're not talking about.
Whitaker say, why you just sitting there, just enjoying silence, and people are so convinced something's wrong. No, you making something wrong by interrupting the church. What is your problem?
He's a newlywed. He'll know.
No, you better take notes.
He'll learn.
G Prime said on IG, how do you know? No, how do you know? It's how you approach the communication that determines how the outcome will be. Right. But the communication has to be approached in order for an outcome to come. Right. You can't expect anything to change unless communication happens. And that's what we're talking about. Why communication is so important. We can't ignore things. We can't ignore the temperature. We can't ignore the energy. We have to talk it out. Sometimes they be like, you ain't even see how mad I was. Because you were supposed to see how mad I was.
Supposed to, should. Guys, be careful with that. Be careful with that. I don't disagree with what's being said, but we have to be very, very careful about that, because sometimes we unnecessarily, we're not talking about that situation. We're just generally speaking, sometimes we unnecessarily allow things to drag because you expect the person to be that in tune, but they might be oblivious. And also something was said in the comment. I think we have to be very concerned also. Maggie made a good point. It's not a bad point at all. Addressing shows you care and are concerned, but it all gonna go also with the level of awareness and how not oblivious the person is. Because if they are oblivious, you can't just say they don't care when they just don't know.
So does oblivion mean that there's no intentionality?
You can't you can't be intentional for something that you're not picking up on. It could happen. I'm just saying we have to be very careful.
But I don't want to make. I don't want. Yeah,
you just have to be very careful not to associate. Like Melody, my daughter, she get this from Anne. She jokingly conclude. She could be texting, say, "Hey guys, I'm on my way home." We say, "Okay." It's like, "Oh wow, you don't love me," because she expects us to be like, "Oh, okay, baby, get home safe." But she just conclude, you don't love me." Where'd she get that from?
But I think that's what I'm saying. I think even in her sharing or joking like that, when she says it again, we now need to take into account that she does like to hear more. She does like to hear, "All right, honey, see you soon. Love you." And so because even in the joking times, a lot of truth gets spoken in jokes. The intentional side of us should be like, okay, when she says that again, I'm going, and we haven't done that. So I'm just saying, I think we should from now on, because that's what she likes to hear.
So sometimes I would do when she get in the door, we just do this excessive celebration. Yeah, we do all that when she come home, because that's just how she is. No, but what I'm saying is that I just want us to be very careful not to jump to these unhealthy conclusions that the person don't love us, the person doesn't care. Because Maggie just said a great thing here. Are we someone who's a bad communicator, are we just gonna draw that conclusion for them? Hypothetically speaking, because they're a bad communicator, do we just say they don't care or they don't love us or whatever the case may be, right? And this is a good point. This is the oblivious part that Jimmy is presenting. I just thought you weren't talking or not in the mood to talk.
I think that can go for one day, but if it goes for like 3-4 days, I'm not in the mood to talk for 4 days. I just want I want there to be balance, right? There has to be balance. We can't always say, oh, they're oblivious. And we can't always say, be intentional. We have to have some type of balance, because I don't want to make excuses for people that are just trying to be like, okay, I didn't know. Excuse me. When you actually did know, you just weren't being intentional. You just were trying to avoid. Avoidance is something that is a thing. When people avoid certain conversations, it's because they're not ready to have it, or they just don't want to have it, or they don't see the need to have it, or they don't feel like it's important enough, right? And But if your partner needs to have that, like you have to see how we can meet in the middle.
Yeah, so it's all encompassing. There's like so many different facets to it, and so it's super important.
Sorry, guys, I have a cold. I know I'm like sniffling a lot today.
Plus, they stuck a thing in your nose for that.
Oh, that's what. Yes, I went to the ENT today, guys.
Why? Why you went to the ENT today?
Because I heard that I snore. I don't think I do, but I heard.
I sleep, man, for the past almost 20 years. What do I do? Say it.
With earplugs.
I sleep with earplugs, guys. So she went on the trip with a whole bunch of her girls, and they had to tell her by herself.
They had an intervention for me.
That snoring is different.
And so I was like, oh, wow. So my husband has been putting up with this, but he never really complained about it.
Earplugs.
He would just wear earplugs, and he would push me during the night. I'm like, why are you pushing me? Now I realize why I was being pushed.
It's not a push. I'd be telling her to turn.
Bro, you would push me.
I would tell her to turn and sleep on her side instead, so her back could be facing.
Like, why is that pushing me?
So her back could be. You just said the anyway. So her back is facing me, so it's not as loud. So it's not a push necessarily.
So I went to the ENT, and they stuck a camera up my. Oh my god! I thought it was gonna be as bad. It wasn't that bad though. They stuck this camera up my nose to see the back of my throat or something like that. And then they ordered a sleep study for me. So I'm gonna have a sleep study done.
Maggie, you do earplugs? I'm a light sleeper, guys. That's why if I don't have the earplugs, man, I remember one time we traveled somewhere. We were on vacation, I think, and I couldn't. There was like no Walmart or no Walgreens. I could just go buy some earplugs. I had to use toilet tissue. I was so pissed because it was not working. It hurts, and it hurts too because paper in your ears. It did not feel good. But yeah, pray for me, guys. Pray for me. Yeah, you gotta try some earplugs, sis. That's gonna be it. Oh yeah, I think the babies. You have to be able to hear the baby, so that's kind of like tough. Yeah, but I've been sleeping with earplugs for every night, 20 years.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, so it's not just a cold.
Yeah,
she got a camera stuck up her nose today.
So I was like, oh, what? And it's this nostril too. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, guys. So
it's the context of how the message has been sent.
Yeah.
By text. Yeah, like, and one thing that Urban and I do is because GM Prime brought it up on IG. Sometimes the context of your message can be misconstrued through texting, right? That's how we kind of start our conversation once again to kind of open up the doors for communication when we know that there's something that we got to discuss, but we don't end it there. We end it talking so that anything that may have been interpreted, we have a chance to share the true intention behind what we were saying. So Thank you for bringing that up, GM Prime.
Absolutely. So yeah, guys, that is the reason why we do what we do. We ask for your prayers because, man, this content creation, influencer, what's the other words? Was it digital creator, conferencers? That stuff take time and energy. So continue to pray for us to walk in our purpose, because I do appreciate Maggie and Miranda for what you say. Very kind words. Really appreciate that. So that's what some of the stuff that keep us going, that keep us doing this. But it could feel like a burden sometimes, man. It's a joyful burden.
You calling me a burden?
Yeah. A joyful burden, but still a burden nonetheless. Just takes a lot of you hear the issue that how she just made it about herself.
I'm just saying,
it's crazy, bro.
Be specific.
It's crazy. I'm talking about what we do, our platform.
Okay, just make sure you be specific.
I'm mad dumb, man. I'm mad dumb. Now, but we appreciate you guys for rocking with us.
And all that to say, 2026, we're going to continue.
The journey continues.
Hopefully, I want to say better. because you always want to progress in what you do. And
guess what? I don't think people know everything that we do for this collective ventures that the Garcons do. It's just the two of us.
We need a team.
That's a problem.
If y'all willing to join our team,
let us know, man. We're looking for people that could be producers for the show about what it is that we should be talking about, script writers, content creation, PR, marketing. We do all of this stuff for all of our ventures ourselves. And I notice
I play with my hair every single time.
Always.
I can it's called the hand and hair syndrome, guys. Y'all
that is no such thing.
It is.
Hand and hair syndrome. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you want to join our team, guys, we definitely could use some help in some of the things that we do. So this year is going to be special as we continue to work on what the Lord has blessed us to work on and be consistent with that. All right. So on that note,
it's been real. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're so glad to have been back and for you guys to have joined us tonight. Yeah. We will be on every Tuesday unless otherwise shared. So pull up.
We'll have guests.
Yes.
Also this year
we may invite Gertrude, this new wife on our show. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But we like to have different people on the show just to kind of share their journeys. Like I said from before, experience doesn't always have to be the best teacher. We can learn from other people's experiences. So there are people who have been through things that they can come on the platform and share with us so that we can grow in community. Absolutely. So we want, if you have any conversation topics that you would like to see us discuss, drop a DM, comment on the video, because our lives save on YouTube. Go there and comment in the comment section. And we will prepare it and share our take on it as you guys come and be our third host. Right? So
I'm not putting this here to collect an offering.
Unless y'all want to.
Unless y'all want to sow a seed in our ministry. But this is just our email address where you can send us suggestions about the next topics you would like for us to cover. We'll take it there. But again, like I say, if you want to sow a seed too, feel free to do so. GC Ventures 06. We have some big plans. I'm excited about this next project that I'm about to do. I say me because I feel like it's going to be me working on it alone. She might help me.
Why can't I help you?
We'll see if you help her. Just watch. You're probably just going to watch and record me as I do it. But so feel free to send us a love gift, also an email to just let us know that you what you would like us to cover next time. All right.
Yeah, because I want y'all to know that IG doesn't pay us, YouTube doesn't pay us yet, Facebook doesn't pay us yet. Oh, look what I said. Yet.
Shando ba 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 ba. We'll book up in a Hyundai. So
if you guys engage with our content, share it, then we can start seeing some little coins so we can pay a phone bill here or there. Because out here in these streets,
we got teenagers, they eat a lot and they want allowance.
Seriously, I love you so much. Okay, what's coming? I know something is coming after that text. Can I have $10?
No, kids don't do that to us.
Melly does that to me all the time, sir.
Separately?
Yes.
That's what she always has cluck for chicken. Because you be sending her money, mad for chicken with her friend.
And I'll take it from
I'm like, how are you?
From your account.
I'm like, how are you out again? You don't have a job. I know you ran out your allowance. How are you out again?
I received that, Christelle. She said, "Yet you are going to get your coins in Jesus' name."
Hallelujah.
Y'all will help us do that. Get our coins, because they out here giving coins in these social media streets, and so we want to.
But in the meantime, you can send us some coins, like I said. That's 10 of y'all right there. If y'all owe everybody send $10, that's $100.
I can pay my student loan.
No, that's date night.
Thank you guys so much for joining. Once again, if you could share this live with at least five people. Yeah. That would be amazing. Get the word out there. We have so much to look for this year. And we want to take y'all on a journey with us. So thank you guys once again. We love you all. Until next time, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Deuces. Now, but guys, pray for me. Conversation time. Peace.